Hello, everyone. This is Rebel Lee coming back with another episode of the Ridge Raiders. We're doing, what is this? Number 4, Wally? The meeting?
Yeah. Season 2, episode 4.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you tell me what the dates were since I had it all messed up last week with my sources.
According to mine, it was October 12th, 1979.
Okay. So basically, this is about the syndicate coming to Hazard to I guess have this big meeting because their sons were about to try to take them over, and I guess they wanted to hash out what territories they had and everything like that.
No, I thought it was more along the lines that they were going to teach them how to teach them a lesson.
Well, I think that was where there's animosity. They didn't think the kids were, I guess, either getting too much control or they didn't like how they were doing things. It took place, the settings were the Duke Farm, the Board's Nest, the Hazard Police Department, and the phone company office was the sets that they used, or the settings and places. So Wally, you go ahead and tell me, I guess, a little bit about what you saw then and how you felt about it and all that.
Actually, kind of like this episode. I'm not sure why. It just kind of liked it. But some things I noticed. Have you ever seen a $10,000 bill?
No, I haven't. Not until then. I wonder what president's on that one.
That I don't know. How many cop cars did they roll into this one? I counted at least 3, I think.
Let's see. I think you're right. I think you're right on that right there. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, they put Roscoe in the river.
Yep.
And then they crashed 2 more cop cars at the end of it. That Roscoe's got paid for 20 years.
Yeah. Well, I guess I didn't see it like you did. I kind of thought it was a little too cartoonish, but it was a good episode. It wasn't the worst one we've seen for sure. Can you remember if they did any property damage to anybody besides the police department? If Bo and Luke destroyed anybody's grounds or anything?
I don't think Bo and Luke did. I know the phone company they trashed.
Yeah, that was. They blew it up, yeah. Couple things that stood out to me. Proof that Bo and Luke do very little on a farm. Whenever they were coming down the road and they saw the sheep, Bo referred to them as the hairiest pigs that he's ever saw.
Yeah.
So if you're a farmer, you would know that those were sheep. Just saying, Bo. And then also, Enos was missing from this episode. And Cletus had been take over.
Yeah, he's been deputized.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has him and Daisy got a thing now? She referred to him as her boyfriend and trying to get into the jailhouse.
I'm noticing something as far as, and I don't know later, I've got to keep a close eye on this because to me, she was definitely more affectionate towards him than she ever was Enos. And I don't know what that was about, but she just seemed more either comfortable with him or something. But I did notice that.
And how'd you like how when Roscoe clocked him with his radar gun?
1 mile over, yeah.
Yeah, he calls Cletus to tell him that he better catch him. And by the time he gets done with that call, gets in the car, and takes off, they would be long gone by then.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, how'd you like the main mafia guy's name?
I forget what it is.
Black Jack Bender. Now, don't that sound like your typical everyday villain?
Oh, yeah.
Black Jack
Well,
Bender.
he gave Daisy a $50 tip to give him some change.
He sure did. He sure did. I mean, I wouldn't have questioned anything she did, but I wouldn't. I'm like, okay, yeah. She got upset because of the way he talked to his mom.
Yeah.
He could have talked any way he wanted to his mom and given me that big of a tip. But I did. I will say this right here. I know everybody's like all about the famous Daisy Duke shorts, but her in that blue and yellow, like, I don't know, not many people can pull those two color schemes off like she does, but I swear that's her color.
I still like the bikini on the beginning of the show, and that maid outfit from a couple episodes ago.
It was good. I don't know. It's just something about that blue and yellow I like. So, Catherine, I know you're not listening, but when you come to Cooter's 25th birthday, you should wear blue and yellow. But I don't think she will.
And when they made that one jump over the bad guy's car when it was broke down.
Yeah.
Did you notice that the guy paid them to take him to the town or wherever he was going?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't even try to open the door. They just grabbed him and picked him up and started sliding him in.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he automatically knew that's how you get in that car. And I think you'll see that a lot, that come to think about it. It's like automatically people just know that those doors are welded. For whatever reason, they don't really go into too much on it.
Yeah, I don't think they're actually welded. They just say it is.
Yeah.
Because I've seen episodes where, if you watch close enough, they actually climb in and then shut the door.
There may be some not accurate parts in a lot of these shows. It was the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. So they didn't really pay attention to detail as much as people do now. But all in all, I thought it was just I just thought it was kind of cartoonish the way that they made the bad guys kind of bumbling when they went to catch them and stuff. But,
It's like kiss of death, no handshake.
yeah. Yeah.
And I like that he said, yeah, the Dukes are doing this. This is family fun for them. And at one point they called the General Lee Red.
I didn't catch that. I saw where they were like, "Oh, look at that car," or something like that when they went by at the boar's nest.
Yeah, they said, yeah, that red car.
Although I've heard that it really was more red than orange. I have heard that. Like the camera showed orange to us, but that it was more of a reddish. So, who knows?
How would you like when they were chasing Bo and Luke? Jesse pulls up in his truck and pulls forward and backs up to block them.
Yeah.
And if they were really bad guys,
They'd have shot him.
The tire, they would have shot him.
They would have shot him. Yep. And they wouldn't have let him go back and forth like that too many times either. But I liked it. I guess back then they still had honor among bad guys. He brought that white flag in, so automatically they couldn't do nothing to him. And they let him go.
Yeah. They went back on the roof again.
Yep. Yeah. And boys like to climb up there.
Yeah. You can tell it wasn't them when they were walking the plank.
Oh, yeah. And then, of course, the way they called him was like a Scooby-Doo trap.
Yeah. And they broke Cooter's window.
Yep, they did. I'm sure they didn't offer to pay for that either. That's where the property damage came. Yep. I knew them boys couldn't go through one episode without turning up somebody's property or trespassing or...
Yeah, and that guy's boss sitting there telling Roscoe, yeah, he's legit now. He's as honest as me and you.
Yeah.
And then he's, hold your tongue.
Well, at least Boss showed that he had a little bit of a heart, that he didn't want nobody getting killed.
Yeah, when they shot the General Lee in the windshield,
Yeah.
that looked more like bird poop instead of shot. At least in the initial shot.
Yeah.
And then had Daisy gets out to do her skinny dipping.
Yeah.
And first thing they grab is a bra.
Speaking of that,
Cooter walks over like he's gonna play like he's the jealous husband or something.
yeah. Well, he has that board.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, the best place to get your clothes, as always, is at Hills Department Store. Always low, low prices. Check them out in your neighborhood. Okay, I'm back. So, I liked the coin flipper guy, and then Boss finally got the coin. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, and then Roscoe caught it.
Yeah.
Had a fit over it.
And I don't know about the 10,000, but he never got the other half of it. So.
No, he gave it to Roscoe. Then Roscoe just tore it up and threw it away.
Which was littering right there on the street. That, yeah, and him being the police, you would have thought, no, don't do that. How'd you like that he passed the buck to Boss with Jesse whenever he's like, you should arrest him, Roscoe, and he said, oh, well, that'll be up to Boss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, didn't want nothing to do with that.
He asked Boss which side he's on. Boss says the winning side, whatever that is.
Oh, and this is the first time you figured out what J.D. Hogg was. Jefferson Davis. The first time that anybody kind of mentioned what the J.D. was in J.D. Hogg. But,
And at the end of it, I don't know if you caught it, but they called Cletus Enos.
I did not catch that. Which, I mean, you can understand why it would have been easy for them to do that, but...
Yeah. I know it, unless I misheard, but I'm pretty sure you said Enos and not Cletus.
You know, I'm going to have to go back and listen to that again. And maybe some of our listeners could too, to see if they catch it. But that's all I really got for this episode. I didn't have a whole lot. Nothing really stood out or anything to me. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
And when they put them up on that wagon and pushed them down the hill, them falling off that wagon wouldn't have knocked them out.
No.
And then that poor one car got sideswiped twice.
But yeah, I mean, like I say, you sound like you really did have a better time with this one than I did.
Yeah, I didn't mind this one that much.
Yeah. I don't think I have any more on this one.
I'm tapped out.
You know, he talks so much about some of them, but yeah, look, I'm gonna put a bow on this one and say that I'm done with it too. If you don't have anything else to add, I guess I'm gonna cut this one short, or I don't know. We might have been under 20 minutes, but Yeah. So, if you don't have anything else to add, I guess I will be ending this right here podcast.
Your next one is Road Pirates.
Yep. That should be an interesting one too. I can't wait to get involved in that one. I can't wait to see it. I think it might be a little better for me than this one was, but like I say, I don't know. It was an episode, the meeting. It was pretty good that they caught the mafia guys and all that, but just in real life, the mafia would have been a little bit, I think, a little bit stronger than what these guys were.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I want to thank you, Wally, for taking the time to come on here and talk about the show that I loved as a child, and I hope everybody's enjoying what we do. I've always had suggestions of if anybody has any ideas to shoot them to us, let us know. Comment on the video, and remember that Cooter's 25th anniversary is coming up here in I think next 3 weeks. But this right here, yeehaw, goes out to a special friend who lost a daughter way too young. You know who you are. So, until next time, keep it between the ditches and yeehaw!